Good afternoon, everybody. This is April over at the Resellers Learning Curve, and this is a video that I need to shoot, and I honestly don't have time to shoot it outside of while I'm driving, so I want to apologize in advance to those folks who absolutely hate when I record videos while I'm driving. But what I can promise not to do is I will not look at the camera when my eyes should be on the road. So hopefully that makes you feel better. If you have like vertigo or some type of motion condition, I encourage you to play this video in the background as you do something else, and don't watch it so that you don't get sick, because I know I have at least one viewer who that's a problem for, and I do apologize. But like I said, I wanted to shoot the video. I don't have time to do it otherwise in my day. I'm really busy at work with inspections. So I'm gonna shoot it in my car on my way back from my lunch break. I just stopped into the Salvation Army, the local Salvation Army store, and I picked up an Epson R280, I think. I could be way off on the model number. An Epson printer. It's a photo printer. It was $15 at the Salvation Army, new in box, and I actually had the cashier open it, because you know how some thrift stores can be a little weird about electronics and boxes. If they're open, they won't sell them. And the particular cashier that's working today, she's a stickler for the rules. So I had her open it for me so I could take a look inside, and praise everything. When I looked inside, it was brand new. I'm talking about brand new tape on the actual printer, still in the plastic wrap, the ink sitting on top in the little spaces the ink's supposed to be sitting in, sealed. So I picked up this Epson printer for $15, and it routinely sells on eBay for over $200, which is super awesome. But that made me realize that I have not really made many videos, I don't think, correct me if I'm wrong, about my love of electronics. So if you don't know, the first or the second place I go to in a thrift store, depending on how I feel that day, is going to be the electronics aisle. In Goodwill, I always make my way to the electronics aisle, and then I'll venture over an aisle or two, because they have like miscellaneous household stuff on the next aisle. And my I guess you would call it my kryptonite, the thing that's very dangerous to me that I don't sell a ton of, but that I'm drawn to like a moth to a flame, is dishes. I love pretty dishes. I love dish sets. I buy them all the time. I'm not looking down, so I just realized that you guys probably couldn't see me, but I love dishes. I love the breakables. It's funny because when you look back over time, I have more returns in that category, obviously, than any other category. And once they are there and they're broken, I don't believe, for the most part, I have people send them back unless it's a significant size set and only one piece was broken or something super minor like that. But for the most part, if it arrives broken, I refund people, because I know deep down I should not be selling these dishes. Those are not my cookies. I need to get up out that jar. But I just love them. I don't know what it is. I love them. I'm a little bit, sort of, kind of into Pyrex. It's weird. It's weird. I have a weird thing with dishes. But this video is actually about electronics, and why that is always either the first or second place I make it to in the thrift store. So the electronics aisle at Goodwill is really solid for me, and I'm gonna give you guys an idea of the kind of things I always pick up, like bread and butter, non-clothing items for me. The number one thing I will always pick up, because they're super cheap in the thrift store, anywhere from $2.99 up to $4.99 typically, are Homedics percussion massagers. Now, if you can get them that come with the heat, and they have like the attachments, the little bally plastic half ball attachments, then that's money. That's $40. And like I said, usually you can pick those up in the thrift store anywhere between $3 to $5. So I always pick up Homedics percussion massagers. The second thing that I always pick up that I haven't seen since I had that crazy first year's luck is Radica handheld games. If you can find Radica handheld games new, sealed, oh man, especially the big screen ones, if you can find those, that's money all day. Last night, and this isn't even electronics related, but last night I thought of something that I sold in my first year that I haven't seen, but I'm always kind of sort of on the lookout for. There was a cartoon series, and I never saw it when it was out. It's called McGee and Me, and apparently it's based in like Christian principles or something like that, and maybe the stories mirror Bible stories, something, I don't know. McGee and Me, if you can find those DVDs sealed, they're worth a couple $100 even on eBay. The McGee and Me Recharged is what I believe I found, and it was like several episodes on one CD. So Bolo, McGee and Me. The next thing that I'll always pick up from the electronics aisle, but here's my caveat, gotta test them, are the VHS DVD combo players. That I know for a fact I've said before, because just rolling out of my mouth, it sounds so familiar. But I always pick up the DVD VHS combo players. If you can get those with the remote control and both sides actually function as they should, some of them are worth $150, $200, depending on their functionality. So here is another reason that it was really important that I get this video shot today. I think I have no proof of this, but I think the number one reason I started out hustling electronics is because the research is super easy research. With electronics, unlike with clothing items where you have to know a little bit, with electronics you don't have to know much at all. You just have to know how to plug in and play a DVD player, test the CD, and you look everything up by the brand and the model number. Once you've been doing it for like a minute, a short minute, you'll know how to find the model number on the back or bottom of the item like that. And it's money. It's money. Electronics are definitely, absolutely, hands down. I'm not going to say they're my favorite category to sell in, because I really, really love my clothing. But clothing and electronics for me would probably be a tie, because there's some things that I just love about electronics that you don't get with clothing. Most notably the ease of listing, the ease of testing, the ease of listing. Whereas with clothing, you can kind of miss some things. With electronics, you're going to tend not to miss things. And that's important. So, there was one more thing that just popped in my head, and just that quick it went out, that I wanted to tell you guys that I always sell for electronics. Oh, under cabinet stuff. Space Maker under cabinet. I know we've talked about this for sure on the Reseller Stew. I've probably mentioned it along the way, but if you can find Space Maker appliances that bolt under the cabinet, new in box, those are crazy money. But even if you find them used, and I'm talking about everything from CD players, radios, coffee makers, can openers, just with Space Maker under cabinet appliances, those are crazy good money. And when I see them, if I'm not sure, I always look them up. Today I saw a Sony under cabinet CD player, but it didn't look like it was going for a good amount of money, so I didn't pick it up. And I think they wanted like $10 for it. But under some circumstances, you know, I'll pick that up. I actually saw one, I want to say on a local buy sell trade site or something like that. They weren't asking for too much, but I would need to like get them to come down basically half of what they're asking in order for me to get it, because I'm a little bit spoiled. I'm used to thrift store prices, and so that's what I'm willing to pay for things. So when people try to sell me things privately, it's really tough for them. It's really tough for them, because you can't really view me as, I mean, you have customers and then you have, you know, essentially colleagues, and I'm a hustler, so I'm always looking for hustler pricing. But I did want to tell you guys that electronics are definitely a category that you don't want to overlook. No matter what, you want to be sure that you're checking that aisle. If you see anything new in a box as far as electronics go, I would say look that up. And on that note, so I can put my car in park, I have to end this video, but I'll talk to you guys soon. I hope you're having a great week, and I hope that you are out there finding all the awesome things. Take care.